Hi, my name is Justina Day, and I wrote my paper on the effects of divorce on families. Throughout my paper, I talk about how divorce has many factors that come along with it. Each family member is affected in different ways, and each member has their own beliefs as to why the divorce occurred. Children can be the most affected when it comes to a divorce between their parents. Children oftentimes blame themselves for the reason of the separation, and this often results in long-term effects on the child's future relationships, academic achievements, and behaviors. Parents are faced with new situations and having to make major adjustments such as financial well-being, custody of children, and other factors that come along with divorces. Research has shown that children raised in single-parent families often have lower academic achievements as well as a higher rate of behavioral problems. Education on divorce and the reasoning behind it would help the family's overall understanding of the circumstances and could possibly create a better overall outcome of the divorce. In my introduction, I talked about how divorce is a major social problem and how it affects each family member differently. There have been research studies that have found that there are multiple reasons and attributes as to why no one person is affected by divorce in the same way. Divorce is one of the main factors of child and teenager depression, and a child's reaction to the reasoning of the divorce can create many challenging factors in the child's future relationships. The age of the child when the divorce takes place is also a major factor in the effect of the divorce when it takes place. To a child, a family is a place where you are to feel welcomed and loved, and that no matter what, your family will always be there for you. When a divorce takes place, the child may oftentimes feel as if their comfort zone has been disrupted, and the child may have an entirely new outlook of what a family is to them. Divorce doesn't only affect the children that are involved, but it also affects the parents greatly. Parents who are involved in divorces face many difficult factors as well. Parents are now forced to find a new job to sustain their financial comfort and now have to rearrange their lives and adapt to their new single-parent lifestyles. The children involved in the divorces often feel the need to pick a side, especially if one parent moves away. The children are then forced to stay with one parent for long periods of time due to schooling. This oftentimes leads to custody battles over the children, creating more overall stress for the family. Because of the stress divorce adds to the family, the children's academic performance is often affected as well as their behavior. Studies have found that children of divorced families are more likely to perform badly in school and have behavioral problems throughout their adolescence. These behavioral problems may be due to the lack of a father figure in the home, creating a lack of roles, discipline, and overall standards set for the children. Mothers are oftentimes considered to be the primary caregiver in most divorces, therefore creating this lack of a father figure in the families. There have been many theories that have been compared to the effects of divorce related to why people react differently. It has been found that younger children tend to not be as affected by divorce as compared to the older children. However, it has been found that some children oftentimes blame themselves for their parents' divorces. And and most children believe that even after many years after a divorce, that their parents will end up back together, which often creates more stress on the family, especially if a remarriage ever were to occur. Referring to the student achievement of children involved in divorces, there is a test that is called the PISA that is used to evaluate the overall student achievement between students from single-parent homes and dual-parent homes. This test concluded that students from single-parent homes scored significantly lower than those from dual-parent homes. In this test, all factors were considered, including the age of the child and the relationship that the child had with the parents. Divorce creates long-term effects on a family. Factors involved include children basing their own relationships on their parents, as well as basing their own choices within their lives based off of the divorce that their parents had had earlier in their life. Effects of divorce have been found to be both a genetic and a social problem within the families. To conclude my paper, I wrapped everything up by saying how divorce has an overall effect on a family and no family member is affected in the same way. There are many factors that result from a divorce that create social problems within families and society, and there are ways to reduce the major effects of divorce and in efforts to reduce the stress of those directly involved and to help focus on the efforts towards children involved. An overall greater education of the effects that divorce has on families would help the families going through this major social problem have a better understanding of the divorce and the factors that are involved. If family therapy were to be involved, it would be a great contributor to further the understanding of the divorce and to show each family member involved that the divorce isn't anyone's fault. Many factors that are involved in divorces are often seen negatively. However, due to the effects of divorce, everyone's point of view of this social problem is different. Divorce is an ongoing social problem that will never be completely resolved or completely understood. Divorce is a more socially accepted social problem in today's society. However, due to the lack of knowledge of the factors that are involved, there are still many family members that still tend to put the blame on one person or themselves. And every family handles a divorce in different ways, as well as each family member involved is affected by the divorce in different ways.